Welcome to another episode of the Sussexes Present, also known as We Want Privacy, except when you're watching. Because nothing ushers in the sacred season of giving like a soft focus, mood board approved, PR curated photo shoot featuring suspiciously spotless aprons and smiles so forced they could be used in a dental training manual. This time, Meghan and Harry, the patron saints of performative compassion, descended upon our big kitchen Los Angeles to volunteer. And by volunteer, I mean arrive with a camera crew, touch food for approximately 70 seconds, pose in slow motion, smile like motivational posters, then vanish into the California sunset like biodegradable, royal-themed confetti. And naturally, they brought Archie and Lilibet along. Because why miss even one opportunity to expand the yes, the children exist, please stop asking photo series. Today, we're doing a deep dive into this latest episode of Charity, but make it publicist friendly. Another day, another Sussex attempt to cosplay as working royals while insisting they left royal life behind for privacy, freedom, and a multi-year Netflix content pipeline. They swept into the community kitchen, dressed like they were starring in a Hallmark original titled A Very Archwell Thanksgiving, complete with lighting that suspiciously resembled a full production setup. Soft glow, clean counters, perfectly staged produce. Honestly, the peppers looked more moisturized than Harry. Now let's discuss Meghan, who arrived in a sleeveless top in November. This is the same woman who wears cashmere coats in August. But sure, sleeveless works. She elegantly ignored the fact that food preparation requires the radical, groundbreaking concept of tying your hair back. Instead, her hair floated freely like a silky guillotine hovering over innocent mashed potatoes. But don't worry, she wore gloves, because nothing says food safe like gloves paired with a shoulder-length hair curtain. Harry, meanwhile, rotated hats like he accidentally subscribed to a Hat of the Day club. First, the Archwell cap, then the event-approved cap, then something else entirely. A man in the midst of Hatgate 2.0, struggling to pick a personality for the event. Then came Meghan's Instagram montage, the official content drop. Photos artfully obscuring the children's faces, cookie rolling so delicate it looked like they were shaping radioactive material. A dramatic close-up of chopped peppers for aesthetic impact. A group picture where Meghan clung to Harry with the intensity of a koala on a eucalyptus tree. And under it all, the caption, "Show up, do good." A bright, noble statement. But let's be honest, a more accurate caption might be, "Show up, be photographed." The Archwell Foundation chimed in with corporate-flavored enthusiasm, describing the event in glowing terms. Terms that definitely weren't written with a tax deadline looming like a storm cloud. It's late in the year. They needed something, anything, to pad out the annual charity report before their accountants started sweating through 2 layers of linen. Now let's talk food safety. California has rules, actual, legal, health-coded rules, and yet there was Meghan, hair cascading like she walked off the set of a shampoo commercial straight into a soup kitchen. Every other long-haired volunteer had their hair tied back. Meghan, meanwhile, wore a white hat, not on her head where it might help, but as an accessory held in her hand like a stylish prop for maximum visibility. Harry wore gloves properly, but one beard hair away from needing a beard net. One gust of wind and someone's rice bowl was getting a protein upgrade. Now the children, Archie and Lilibet, the most rarely sighted celebrities on Earth, seen only in silhouettes, grainy Christmas cards, or once every presidential election cycle. This time, Lilibet sporting a braid, which somehow became news. Archie in something yellow, which also somehow became news. The kids were placed with all the precision of fragile museum artifacts. Visible, but not too visible. Present, but not identifiable. The volunteers likely signed NDAs thicker than Meghan's hair extensions. Millions of families volunteer without turning their kids into background decor. But here, the children serve the aesthetic more than the meal. Because let's not pretend, this wasn't about helping. This was content. content for Archwell, content for social media, content for maintaining the illusion of global philanthropy while strategically placing chopped peppers in the foreground. And yes, we've seen this before. When the Prince and Princess of Wales volunteer at food banks, they show up quietly. No slow motion cameras, no dramatic lighting, no soundtrack. They spotlight the charity, not their jawlines. Meghan, however, sees this and thinks, if Catherine does something Monday, I'll do it Tuesday, but louder, shiny, more accessories, and ideally with a step and repeat background that says Archwell in 140-point font. They're not philanthropists. They are influencers dressed as philanthropists. Meghan's grin throughout the montage is so intense it could power a small village. Some say manic, some say rehearsed. Others say it's the exact face you make when squeezing the last bit of toothpaste out of the tube. Harry, meanwhile, looked physically present, spiritually elsewhere. A man stuck in screensaver mode, waiting for someone to nudge the mouse. The real heroes, the volunteers who were actually there to work, just kept doing their jobs while the Sussexes posed, Shirley muttering, "We'll be here tomorrow and the day after," while Meghan's hair dangled dangerously near the stuffing. The Sussex estimated time on site, 20 minutes. Generous, touch a vegetable, stir something once, smile for photos, disappear into the ether. In the end, what did we learn? They copied the royals. They show up for photo ops, not shifts. They bring cameras, not donations. They treat charity like it's a tax write-off crossed with an Instagram aesthetic. They are the human embodiment of pics, or it didn't happen. The good news, people in LA got meals, hopefully without stray celebrity DNA. But the Sussexes got what truly matters to them, content. Content for Archwell. Content for PR. Content to maintain the fragile illusion that they're global humanitarians instead of influencers with a budget. And thus concludes another episode of The Sussexes Present, privacy, but make it public. If you want,